We call it two out, nobody on drill. It's kind of been a staple with our process as an offense. Not giving away at bats. Try to do whatever you can, especially with two strikes, trying to put the ball in play. I know it wasn't a two-strike swing, I don't think, by Gerv there, but play hard mentality too. If there's only one way you play, that's play hard. And he doesn't smoke it. He hits it up the middle, but as soon as he hits it, he puts his head down, he sprints down the line, and beats it out, and fist bumps, and that's a guy that's wanting to win, and then it's contagious because then it goes to Costello, and he gets a knock there with two outs that sets the table for Smith, who has a great at bat in that situation. He works the count to his favor. I think it was a 3-1 count. Wasn't trying to do too much, and then puts just a nice easy swing on. The ball took off and puts us on the board with 3 runs there, and then JC follows it with another home run there with 2 outs. And you put 4 runs up real quick. So that gave us a substantial lead for Randy, and Randy did an excellent job after that.
We talked to JC on Tuesday for the first time, and he's been red hot right now. And he's been a kid that battled into the starting lineup, got an opportunity, and has now stayed there. What have you seen from him now in this kind of larger sample size of him transitioning from D2, and what has been really the difference as he's been on a tear as of late?
Well, the guy can hit. I mean, the guy can flat out hit. He's a pure hitter. He's got raw power, some of the best raw power that we've seen. And I think what it is just getting to his comfort stage. He's realizing that he doesn't have to do it all himself. And I think that takes pressure off anybody. And I think all our guys feed off of that one another. Again, the brotherhood's so tight here that all guys in the lineup that they know that they don't have to get it done themselves because they trust their brothers. And it's real, and it's a different guy every day. And I think having that philosophy for JC, I think it's really helped him just be himself and not feel like he has to do it all himself, which allows him to succeed.
This may be an obvious question, but how beneficial is it to have your leading home run hitter bat 7 each and every night?
Yeah, again, I mean that's just it lengthens the lineup, and I think that with our guys, their mentality again, our players' mentality is that you're just gonna have to really compete to get us out 1 through 9. We can beat you, with a 2-strike, put the ball in play. Can beat you with a bunt, can beat you with a homer, can beat you with a single, a walk, a hit by pitch, and really believing in that mentality, I think really helps the train kind of move.
Arbus had 3 hits today too. One of them being a bunt single after back-to-back home runs. Drops down a bunt, kind of in an inning where, LMU seemed a little bit flustered during that inning. Was that a called bunt, or did he do that on his own? Same thing with the steal because he stole the bag the next day.
Yeah, I think it's just the mentality of our guys. It's the mentality of our offense. They know how to play. They're always looking for any edge they can get. So I give credit to our guys. Ari's just heads-up player. I mean, he's so locked in on every pitch defensively. All our guys are looking to get that edge. They're looking for a bunt. They're looking for a steal. They're looking for some type of tempo from the pitcher, and they do a great job of that on their own.
You guys kind of talked about it in your post-game meeting, but how difficult is it to kind of navigate things that didn't, you can't control in a day like today, rain in, rain out, changing game times, and how did you think your team responded today in kind of handling all the things that they can handle that they can't control?
100% A+ out of them. I just told them that in the team meeting that the first thing that I was proud of them with is they show up to a yard. We're supposed to play at 6. They know that they got to be here right after class. The life of a student athlete. They get here at 11:05 when they got out of their class. And they pulled the tarp, dumped it, had to put it back on, had to get the field ready, worked on the field, went down and got a little bit of swings in the cage, came back, had to pull the tarp again, put the tarp back on, pulled the tarp again, and had to do more field work on the field. And that's what this program's about. They're blue collar. They're not above anything. We don't have a full-time ground screw here. Our guys put a lot of time and effort on the screw, as well as our coaching staff. So they deserve a lot of credit, and then come out and no infield, outfield, just go ahead, play catch, and let's go play the game. But that's life. You're going to be challenged with anything. It's not a smooth path in life. Our guys know that. They're well prepared for that. They believe that, and they're up for any challenge that comes their way.
Let's talk about Josh for a second. He didn't allow a hit until this kind of last inning that he was out there pitching. Command a little bit, hit 2 batters and walked 4, but Aside from that, what you see out of Randall today as your Friday night guy?
Stuff. I mean, his stuff was really good. You know, I don't like talking about stuff that much. I know it's kind of a pro ball thing. We're trying to win college baseball games, but his stuff was electric. I thought he managed the innings that kind of got away from him a little bit. A big shutdown inning after the 4 runs that we scored there, and you know, hit a guy, walked a guy, or whatever, what have you, but was able to manage limit the damage and. You know, just dominated with the fastball, dominated with the fastball in, threw a couple good changeups, good sliders too, kept him off balance, and he looked real sharp tonight. I was really proud of him.
Your 3 bullpen arms in Thurman, Fries, and Smith, obviously you guys have used a lot to close out games. All had to make pressure pitches the entire time they were in with a 2-run lead. You know, obviously they did really well, but what did you see out of those guys? As those have kind of been your 3 go-to guys in the bullpen this year.
Yeah, I think it's cliche in our program, right? Whether you're a hitter or a pitcher, you're not always going to have your best stuff. You're not always going to have your best swing. If you understand that, then now it's your ability to kick in and compete. Compete with what you have. Compete when you're not feeling good. Compete when you are feeling good. But you got to show up each and every day. And I thought those guys did a good job of that tonight. They had a little bit of lulls there, you know, walk a guy, hit a guy, but they responded and they competed and they filled up the zone and made pitches when they had to make pitches. And that shows a lot about them with their competitive side and also with their talent, relying on their ability to go out there and execute pitches. And I thought those 3 guys did a heck of a job at the pen for us.
Anything else?
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Brad.
A bit of a role here, obviously offensively, everybody's really contributing. You're the leadoff man of that group. You know, what have you seen out of your team the last kind of couple of games and through today to kind of lead you guys to all being on nice streaks?
Yeah, I think Coach talked about it a lot. 1 through 9. I mean, we could beat teams in a lot of different ways. 1 through 9, everyone can leave the yard, and then everyone with 2 strikes can choke up and beat you the other way. So I think playing, I know we're about halfway through the season. I think everyone kind of realizing that we are good 1 through 9, and it takes a lot of pressure off you, knowing that even if you don't get the job done, there's a good chance that the guy behind you is going to get it done.
Most leadoff guys, including yourself, have very patient at bats to grind out at bats and get on. Your home run today was first pitch, seeing something you liked and put it over the fence. What did you like about that pitch? And take us through that kind of at bat, because usually a lot more patient with a hitter, and you pulled the trigger pretty early.
Yeah, I think just trying not to think about pitches. I know it's hard when guys are pitching you backwards and umpires giving a ball or 2 off the plate, but just sticking to your approach, and more times than not, it'll work out.
Pitching staff looked pretty good today as well. Obviously, you're playing second, had a lot of ground balls. Take us to the one that went off of Gervich's glove that you were able to salvage there.
Yeah, that's. I feel like that's a play that happens a lot more than people realize. That play to the first baseman's right, where he kind of reaches for it. And it tips off the glove. So I was kind of anticipating it to come back because I knew I wasn't going to be able to get to the ball in the hole. So it just happened to work out where I fielded it and had some time to throw the runner out.
In your opinion, I mean, one of the coaches brought up, this is kind of a swing series for you guys, and in terms of the rest of conference play, going against a team that you see all the time. What's the approach for the rest of the weekend and trying to continue the streak that you guys are on?
Yeah, I think it's taking care of what we can control. I think if the more we take care of our at bats, our pre-pitch, and how we prepare, everything more times than not, they take care of themselves. And no matter who you're playing, it's a battle each pitch, and I think that's the mentality that Coach has instilled in us throughout the fall, and something that we're really taking to heart right now.
Anything else?
Thank you, Angelo.
Thank you.